Hello, once again, YouTube. You are tuned in to Katie Talk One on One. I hope everybody can hear me and see me well because I'm going to get right off into it today. And okay, so you guys know everybody through the internet been talking about August Alsina. Okay, so I'm going to get off into the interview that Honey Rose had with Tommy Sotomayor. So I'm going to get off into that interview first. Okay, so let's see. Today is Thursday, so I think it had to be probably a good 3 days ago when the infamous hairstylist Miss Honey Rose she ended up going on Tommy Sotomayor's show. So she ended up going on there. I think after someone sent Tommy the video when she allegedly had the 7 kids took. So I did that video on Sunday. So I think it was Monday when she went on Tommy's show. Okay, so he wanted to know how did everything lead up to her just making up a video saying that she had 7 kids that got took. Okay, so when she first ended up speaking on the situation, she did end up saying that that client was about an hour late for her appointment. So that already had ended up irritating her. And she did say that the girl did seem like she was high on something. She wasn't for sure at the time. And, the client is only 19 years old and all of that. So she said about 3 hours off into her braiding the girl's hair, she just noticed something was wrong. She noticed something was wrong. Okay, so the whole reason she said she kicked the girl out of her home. Hey, what's up with you, Mr. Williams? Make sure you hit that like button when you come in. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button for me. But yeah, so she ended up saying she was just showing her. So this is what he wanted to know. Why were you standing over that girl's shoulder looking all through her phone? So why were you standing over her shoulder? So this is what she said. So she said initially, I think the girlfriend that ended up dropping her off to get her hair done, she had to stop some places and get some things for her. So she was like showing her lashes that she wanted and stuff like that. Thank you so much. So she was like showing her lashes and she was showing her some other stuff. She was like, yeah, my girlfriend finna go to the store and pick this and pick that up for me. And so that's how she started looking at her phone and all of that. So once, she was already looking over the girl's shoulder in her phone, the girl started, texting her girl. And I think she ended up asking for another Zanny. Okay. So she was like, don't tell your girl to bring no more, stuff into my house. Don't tell your girl to bring no pills in my house. You disrespecting my home. I'm pretty sure if y'all seen that viral video, y'all remember. Okay. So it says, yeah. So she ended up going live when she felt like something was going to go down. So she wanted witnesses or whatever. So don't you know, after this, it's storming out here, so y'all might hear a little thunder in the background, okay? Okay, so don't you know, she said after this situation happened with this young lady, she started receiving death threats. People were making threats towards her child, towards her family, and it was just crazy. It was really, really crazy. She actually said she felt really, really unsafe. She felt for her safety. And don't you know, now this is allegedly because, people were saying that she had a seizure too. But don't you know that same girl that was in her house a week later, that girl ended up having allegedly, a pill overdose. So, that's, and after that, I think, she felt vindicated. So she ended up going live about that and all that. And, the girl was like, I just was, I had a seizure, there wasn't an overdose and all this and that. So she said, it was an overdose. But, as far as Honey Rose goes, she is a business owner. She sells her own, I think she sells like her own edge control. She sells some other hair products like conditioner. She's like a businesswoman. And I think she do some distributing when it comes to the medical marijuana. I think she said she grows her own stuff and she distributed, the medical marijuana. And where she's at, I think they're in Michigan, Detroit, something like that. It is legal out there, because I know Tommy ended up asking Honey Rose, why were you in there, smoking with her anyway? Why are you smoking with her? And she said, I actually have a license where I can smoke and sell, so that's why she was smoking. But she did admit, it was unprofessional for her to smoke with her clients, and she doesn't do it anymore. Okay, so she was just talking about the backlash that she received from the situation, and then let's see. So she did say she looked Tommy up. She said a lot of people were trying to stop her from going on Tommy's show and stuff like that. So she said that she did her own investigation and she was like, okay, so this guy, he was talking about a lot of logic and a lot of sense. And I can honestly say this, I think before she actually ended up like going on this show, Tommy did not watch the full video of when she had, the girl in her house doing her hair. He didn't watch that video. So I know a few days later, Tommy ended up watching the video of what happened in her house when she was doing the girl braids. So, when he was looking, he was finding a lot of stuff wrong. He was like, well, the way she was describing it, it's just like, you got this girl on live, kind of sort of without her permission, really. But she claims that the girl gave her permission to record her. Because Tommy was like, that girl can sue you because you got her all on live without her permission. So she did say that she got, permission for it. But this interview was a good 2 hours or so long. I don't know if you guys watched it yet, the interview that Honey Rose had with Tommy, but it was pretty long. After she got finished talking about the situation with the girl in her house, she ended up talking about some stuff she went through in her childhood. And it was like a real sad story. It was a really, really sad story. I actually I had tears in my eyes, listening to this girl's story. It was really, it was a really sad story. And she was just, she was talking about how coming up in life, she went through a whole lot of hardships in life and stuff like that. And it's like the way she was talking to the girl, she was talking to her basically how people talk to her when she was growing up. So, I mean, a lot of times when we're raised in a certain way and when we're faced with different situations, we just handle it the best way that we know how. But I do know this, that second time after Tommy watched the whole video, he brought Honey Rose back on to further explain herself. And, Tommy was like, so what do you feel like could have been different as far as it goes with this young lady? What do you feel like? She said, well, if I could go back, I wouldn't have recorded it, because at first after the situation happened, she was like, I can record it if I want to, I could do this if I want to. But she was like, if I could do this all over again, I would not have recorded it. And I can honestly say, I love the way Tommy went in like that second time, because he kind of came at her in the angle of like a psychologist, like what he was saying. And he gave her some really good advice, because he told her, you should go live and just kind of try to get yourself back in good lighting when it comes to a lot of, because she said that since this situation has happened, her business, as far as her doing braids, I think, a lot of people are choosing probably not to book with her because of that whole situation. And Tommy was just saying, these people feel like if anything go wrong, that you're going to put them, on videotape. So a lot of people are not feeling comfortable with, letting you do their hair because they feel like anything could go wrong and you're going to record them and, it'll be an embarrassing moment. And people may not have that sympathy for them like they had with that young girl. People could start harassing them as far as dealing with you and on that level. So people are choosing, more people are kind of drawing back from her business and stuff. And I don't know if you guys seen the video, but that girl can braid some hair. Like those braids was fire. Like, they look good. They look good, especially for the price that she charged. I think she charged $200, $250 or something. But she did the girl braids. Like the braids were all the way down to her knees. And they were like the real skinny braids, like different layers. So they were really pretty. The girl is really, really talented. But I said for her to sit up there and just talk about stuff that she could have done differently and how she could have handled the situation differently, I think that was so good because you guys know when it comes to our people, a lot of time we feel like when we say that we're wrong, sometimes we feel like it's a form of weakness. But saying that you're wrong is really a form of strength because you can admit when you're wrong. Because, you will stand 10 toes down when you're right. But when you're wrong, you got to stand 10 toes down too. Especially if you look at a situation where you could have done something different. So I think just to sum it all up in that interview, Tommy, he did a good job getting her to admit her wrongdoing too. Because at first she was not taking accountability. It was just like, yeah, I did this because I wanted to. I went live because I wanted to. And so what? So, her attitude changed, and it seemed like it kind of humbled her down. So, big shout out to Tommy, with his psychology skills that he did in that interview. All right. I'm finna get off into talking about August Alsina. Okay, so I know I actually didn't know that August Alsina is actually the same age as Will Smith's older son, the son that he had when him and Jada got married. So I was really kind of looking at her sideways. I knew he was younger than her, but I didn't know he was the same age as the stepson. Okay. But really, when all of this came out, I was not surprised. I got a friend girl actually. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, DS1. Thank you for tuning in, girl. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, yeah, when I ended up, make sure you hit that like button when you come in, D. Thank you. But, it is raining and thunderstorming out here. I'm hoping that my stuff is showing good. I hope everything's showing good, but it's raining real bad. But yeah, when I ended up finding out August Alsina is the same age as Jada's stepson, I kind of looked at her sideways. And then looking at this, okay, so I don't know if you guys, heard about the whole interview. I didn't watch the whole interview. Oh, thank you, Mr. Williams. I didn't watch the whole interview that August had. You guys know that he did interview with Angela Yee. And come to find out, August has a little, affectionate past with Angela Yee. I don't know if you guys know that. But, I guess that's why he felt comfortable sitting down and talking with her about this matter. But, he ended up talking about, his past stuff that he went through in his childhood with, child abuse and stuff like that. And I just think with him being addicted to, he was addicted to the pills and stuff like that. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you. So he was addicted to pills and other drugs and stuff like that. So I guess like Jada getting with him, kind of taking him under her wing, it was like he was a bit of that was like her mentee. And, she was like a mentor to him. He came around the whole family. He was around their kids. You seen pictures of them with the kids and stuff like that. But, he said when she actually, I think, came on to him. So he was like, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. But, he said he sit down with Will, and he actually said that Will gave him permission. Then later on, via TMZ, big shout out to TMZ. TMZ said that Will said, I did not give him permission. But you know what Will did not say? Yes, girl, you sure right, D. Angela Yee. Angela Yee have been with a lot of people. And I don't know if you know, D, but don't you know when Gucci Man and Angela Yee was beefing, I think he ended up saying she was trying to throw the thing at him. Do y'all remember that? I was like, dang, Angela Yee. But yeah, it seemed like when it comes to these radio show hosts, when it came to 106 in Park, like with Roxy, they said Roxy had messed with a lot of people. When it comes to those women in those little spaces, they be throwing it back. I'm like, oh my God. Because Roxy from 106 in Park, she was really beautiful, but they said she had ran. They said she had been through the industry, but look back and forth, a little back and forth. But yes, let me stop talking about Roxy. But yep, she had been with a lot of people. And I'm like, she was trying to Angela Yee was trying to get at Gucci when he was like, he wasn't the vegan Gucci, he was like the fat Gucci. She was trying to get at him when he was fat. You know, she was trying to get the old Gucci. You know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, Angela. Okay. But yes, when I looked at this, is anyone out there looking at Jada like she's just a little bit, maybe a little form of Robert Kelly? But, you know, shout out to the mob. You know, Millie was talking about this the other day. You know, she was like, it seems that when a lot of women do predatory things, they usually get a pass from the public over how it versus if a man did it. We have to put a predatory person in that category, whether they're male or female. You know, she was talking about that. And I was like, that's true. Because you took a very vulnerable man. He's on drugs and stuff like that. She was talking. Yep, sure was. How deep? Oh, for real? They said that she was deep. Oh no, girl, not deep as the river. No, but you looking at a man that's on drugs, you know, he's on pills, he's addicted to pills. I don't know if you guys know, but I think they say when she met him or something like that, I don't know if he was performing one night or he was out somewhere and he ended up passing out because he was so high. So, like, you get this guy that's already damaged. And as you guys know, Jada does have a sex addiction. Look, I said addiction. She she has an addiction when it comes to getting busy. So, you know, she just really took advantage of this boy, just to sum it all up. And I'm not even gonna lie, when I seen that little part when he was speaking on her and their relationship and talking about how it literally tore him up, man, I almost had tears in my eyes. I felt sorry for him. Because I was looking at it like he is still placing himself, even as an adult, in his adulthood, because he went through what he went through in his childhood with what happened to him and how a person took advantage of him in his childhood. Even in his adulthood, he is still out here being a victim. And I think that's what hurt the most. That's what hurt me the most when I seen that. Because I'm like, dang, he really still out here like a victim. But you know, sad to say, nobody wants to see a man as a victim. Nobody ever want to see a man being a victim. And that's really sad because it's a lot of guys out here that are. And it needs to be acknowledged and it needs to be spoke about at the end of the day. So I just hope, August Alsina, I hope you find healing in what you're doing. I did hear that August got a new album out. So you guys listen for the album that's coming out. So, you know, this could be some promo for the album. But I can't remember the name of the song, but they said he came out with a song, you know, kind of in a sense, discussing Jada and stuff like that. So you guys look out for the album. I want to see what this album gonna be like. But yes, I've been knowing this situation. Like, I got a friend, she is like a really big fan of table talk. And I remember when I started seeing all those pictures of August Alsina and Jada together, I was like, girl, they messing around. They messing around. She was like, girl, she just helping him. He's trying to get off pills, girl. No, it ain't like. I was like, girl, they messing around. No, she ain't. I was like, watch. Okay, let's just watch and wait. Wow, 2020, you're not even over, and look how much, look how you done pulled people out the closet, and you done just 2020 don't love nobody out here. So what's done in the dark always comes to light. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for tuning in. Drop down in the comments, where are you from? What state are you from out there? You guys know I'm from Arkansas. Where y'all from out there? Drop it down. But yes, thank you so much for tuning in. I try not to tarry too long, I'm finna get in here and see what my kids doing, watch a little TV with the kids and all of that. Y'all make sure y'all share it if you care. Like, and if you have not yet, please subscribe. And big shout out to all of my new subbies. Thank you so much. And I was just like, I need to come up with a name for my subbies. And I just thought about it. I think it was like a couple of days ago. Since I'm Katie Talk 101, my subbies are Talk Nation. So thank you so much, Talk Nation, for tuning in. And I will see you guys next time. Love you, YouTube. Mwah.